How's everybody doing this great Saturday morning? So, an early afternoon, depending on where you're at, or evening, depending on where you're at. Anyway, John Johnson here, really quick. What a week at our network. I just want to kind of do what I like to call the State of the Union. It's been 1 year, right? Today is the day after the first year of our network, and what a year it's been. So I'm going to talk about some of the stuff that they've accomplished already, kind of where they're headed, things of that sort. A lot of things. I spent 3.5 hours with all of the owners, every single one of the owners, and I and one other gentleman spent 3.5 hours with them going over point after point after point all day Thursday, and it was amazing. We went in there, we listened to the field, we shared a lot of ideas. They liked a lot of the ideas. They were already implementing many of the ideas. I can tell you it was great to see that 90%, at least 90% of what we went in there with, they were already working on, which was really cool to see, because the gentleman I went in there with is one of the top earners in this industry, has been for the last 15 years, and he came out of that meeting elated. So did I. We were very, very excited. And we both believe one thing, that our network will be, bar none, the largest company of its kind ever created. Not just now, ever created. And I'm going to get into a couple of those things. But before I do that, I just want to kind of give a shout out to a lot of people. First of all, my front line, Laura Farmer. Thank you. I don't know if she's listening or not right now. She's very busy working, as she always is. An amazing leader. Jamie Ferber, the gentleman we refer to as Noop. We're not allowed to say his name yet, just because he's still earning from another company. But he and I spent a lot of time together the last couple of days, and even went hiking together and everything. And shout out to him, man. He can hike. He can go for. He's like the Energizer Bunny. But one thing that we both said when we were talking to each other after that meeting is just where their hearts are. I mean, the people behind our network are so darn genuine. But let me tell you this too. They're smart. They're very, very smart. I think sometimes as members, we get a little impatient because we want things, we want it right now, right? We're just like, oh, I got to have it. I got to have it. But you got to remember, where did Trent come from? Did you know what Trent was making at Google? I do. I'm not going to say because I don't know if he wants it out there, but I know what he was making at Google. I know what he did at Google. I know the teams he ran at Google. I know a lot of stuff about Trent. He hasn't forgotten how to do it. And the first year of this business in any startup, it's called the foundation year. It's to put things in, kind of put the steps, put everything, lay the foundation, the initial bricks, like you're building a house. I've been a real estate appraiser for over 2 decades, and I remember walking into houses when I first started, and I would see, before they were built, we'd have to walk in a house, we'd have to appraise it, and it was just a couple pieces of wood, a couple 2x4s here and there, little electrical hanging from the ceiling and everything. And I had to vision the house. I had to vision, look and see what it would look like, because I had to do an appraisal based off of what it will be worth once it's complete. And I had to learn how to visualize that. And it's very, very similar in business. The gentlemen putting our network together have had 11 very, very successful companies between them. And then, you know, we've heard about Trent. How about Roger? You know, we're talking, what are we going to do for marketing? What are we going to do for this? He was a marketing director for NASCAR. Okay, NASCAR. One of the largest. I mean, NASCAR is massive. I went in there with my notes thinking, okay, I'm going to get these guys on something. I'm going to throw an idea at them that they haven't thought of already. And I went through this list, and I've been in marketing forever and been in sales for a long, long time. And Rogers was just like, yep, on it, got it, on it, got it. And I'm just thinking, man, this is so cool. Because between the other gentleman and I, when we were in there, it was, we've worn all the hats, right? We've been CEOs, we've been CFOs, we've been investors, we've been, managers, we've been sales guys, we've been entrepreneurs our entire life. And so we can relate to all the gentlemen in that room, because some guys in there were great at marketing, some were great at finance, some were great at different things. And as we were speaking with them, it's the longest I've ever spent with all of the owners at one time. Literally just under 4 hours, a little over 3.5 hours. And I came out of there thinking, my goodness. So let's get into some of the stuff we talked about. Okay. Support. We've had, support's been kind of off and on, back and forth, right? And we get it. But again, the foundation was being laid. We need to remember this. There are thousands and thousands of people in the field. There were 5 people in that office. Well, 6. Okay. The field always outruns corporate at the beginning. But now, what I love what Trent said, they're going to compartmentalize everything, meaning they're breaking everything up into different compartments, different departments, and everything's going to be enhanced. Support will be better. Visibility is going to be a lot better. You saw it just Thursday after the meeting. Before we even made it down the staircase, they flipped the switch and gave us more visibility into our teams. And you're going to see a lot more visibility. The new website, I don't know how much I can say about the new website, but the new website it's been 80% complete for a long time. They've just put priorities on other things. They're very close to getting it, and it will be out very, very shortly. I will allow corporate. I don't want to steal their thunder. I got permission on what I can and can't say on this call, but the website, what I can tell you, it's like a journey. The person putting the website together was with Oracle. You guys know who Oracle is? One of the largest computer outfits out there. Well, he was a PR guy for Oracle, and he's a genius. And when it comes to marketing and things, the new website is going to be spectacular. I'm just telling you that right now. And it's going to roll out in phases. Okay, phase 1 will be the first phase to roll out, and then after that, phase 2 and phase 3 or whatever. Everything these guys do are in phases, and it's by design. But let me tell you this. The marketing, you saw a glimpse of it. Dave, I think it was Friday. Was it Friday yesterday? Thursday or Friday? Dave got on a call. And no, it was Thursday. Yeah, Thursday's event. And he showed you kind of the process for duplication on the marketing. And one thing, Dave and I had a conversation after I came out of that meeting, and he pulled me in his office, and we talked for about 20 minutes. And one thing he said was very interesting. He said, John, I've had a lot of phone calls and messages and things of that sort where some members feel a little overwhelmed, which I know they do, and they feel like they have to be this amazing salesperson, because there's certain people on this team that are really good at sales, right? Some of us have been in sales for decades and things. And simply put, you don't have to be an amazing salesperson to build this business. You don't. Because one thing we talked about that I really, really liked and I really enjoyed was creating a culture and a platform and numerous products, not just one product, where the consumer wins and the consumer wins big. So then all you have to do is refer people. Because right now, where it stands, we talked a lot about hook products, right? What's the hook? I had that on my notes. I went in there and I said, hey, we've got our mobile, we've got our mortgage, we've got our auto, we've got, and it's not even in every country, we've got it in certain places, and we've got our mall. But I said, let me tell you something. I said, what is stopping a member from doing this? Paying $50, saving on their phone bill, saving on a car, maybe even saving on a mortgage, and then they stop paying the $50. Why? Because they just saved on their phone. They're going to get this phone plan every single month. So what's stopping them from paying that $50? They can stop paying the $50 and still have that lifetime benefit, correct? They can. I said, so what's stopping them from doing that? I said, it's not the mall. And I said, I'll tell you what I mean by that. If we get an 8% TCR, right? So the commission range, and 25% of that goes to us, that's $2 a month. Or $2 on $100. We buy $100, we make a $2 commission. We'd have to spend $2,500 to get our $50 back. That's what I said. Nobody's going to spend $2,500 a month online. I said, so that's not a hook. These are all spokes. But what I loved was their response. They said, John, you're 100% right. We need more hook products. What do I mean by a hook product? A hook product is a product that people will want to throw their money out every month. They'll throw $50 a month at it because they want it that bad. That's a hook product. Here's the good news. There's multiple hook products coming right down the road. I can't say what they are. I don't even know what all of them are, but multiple hook products. Not one, not two, not even three. There'll be one after another, after another, after another. Let me tell you exactly what Trent said. He looked at the gentleman I was with and he said, John, I've always loved this business model, the networking model. It's genius because you can create sales and, really, really quickly. But I've always hated the execution of this model. Meaning I hate the companies that take advantage of the little guy and sell them this dream. That 1% to 3% of the people make all the money. I hate it, hate it, hate it. Pardon my French. I'm not going to say what he said exactly, but he said, we are going to take this industry and turn it on its explicit head. Let's put it that way. We're turning this industry on its head, and this is how we're going to do it. And one of the things he's talking about are multiple hook products, because we can go in there and we can say, hey, what does this huge company have? Name an M&M. Name Nu Skin, for example. What does Nu Skin sell? How much do they sell it for? What do they pay out? What about doTERRA? What about this company? But what about this one and this one and down the line and this one and this one and this one? You don't think we can do the same thing, but offer those for a lot less money, for a lot easier, a lot better. On top of that, the bank and everything on the bank. I also learned, and I'm not going to get into the bank a whole lot, and there's reasons for that, but here's what I do know. What I can say, I know why the bank didn't roll out in January. I know why the bank didn't roll out in February, and I am 100% okay with it. In fact, I am excited. I am glad. I am happy it didn't roll out in January. I am happy it didn't. I am so flippin' thrilled to death. I kind of have an idea of when it may roll out. I know what's going on, more or less, but I'm not getting into that. Let me put it this way. Kevin Thursday night came out, and what did he say? He said, we're bringing in a new CFO, right? We haven't announced who it is yet, but he's a recognizable CFO. We're bringing in a new team to help the existing team. These teams aren't coming in because these teams are coming into a failing business. These teams are coming in to enhance, to take it to that next level. You're going to start seeing that turn, that shift. Just go back to that house, that analogy I just shared. The real estate. I walked through a house, all I saw were 2x4s. All I saw was electrical hanging and things of that sort. But in my mind, I had to visualize the beautiful finished product. You are now going to start seeing the beautifully finished product. Starting with the website, starting with everything else that's rolling out beyond that. And you're going to start seeing these gentlemen who have been there, done that so many times, have had a tremendous amount of success. Let me tell you this. I'm going to officially today, Trent is getting my 100% endorsement as CEO of our network. This gentleman is sharp. He is a think tank, and he deals in absolutes, which is what we need. So he will not announce anything until it is done, until it is 100% ready, tested, gone, done, because he believes we deserve that. The field deserves that. The company deserves that. Our prospects deserves that. And let's talk about the prospects. Let's talk about the fans a little bit. Again, I had to call and ask if I can share some of the stuff. And I'm still kind of being a little vague, you can tell. But at the same time, I know where this is going. The fans, what did he say about the fans? Of course, we're going to have lots of fans. We're going to have a lot of reasons to have fans. But let's go back to that hook product. Am I going to bring a fan in until I have a hook product? I want to incentivize that fan so much to want to become a charter member that they just become a charter member. They won't be a fan for long. Those are those hook products we're talking about. And will we get paid on swipes? Yes. Will that be a hook product? Maybe. I think it's a good product, but after what I know, it's not even remotely even close to the most exciting thing we're going to have. Paid on swipes, all that, the bank, cool, Cool. But the hook products, even better. Part of the bank, hook products. Outside the bank, hook products. International, we've set up calls for internationals. I've got key international leaders now meeting with us every 2 weeks, and they're telling us what they need for us to support their regions. Okay, we're talking, India, we're talking Nigeria, we're talking, Ivory Coast, we're talking France, we're talking all over Europe, we're talking South America, Canada, you name it. Okay, we've got leaders strategically placed all over the place. Every 2 weeks we have a call with these gentlemen and ladies and gentlemen, and we get their feedback. And they go to the corporate and they say, hey, what do you need? What do you need from us? How can we support you? All that kind of stuff. Everything's falling into place. The foundation had to be built. We had a test. I'll give you an example. The mall. Our mall goes out, our global mall. Well, a lot of stores are on there. Why? We had to see who was going to shop where, spending habits. What habits will we be able to change? Will people go onto our network through the portal to purchase for the TCR? And what stores are they flocking to? Which ones do they like more than others? And so they threw a whole bunch out there. I think 10 more came out the other day or whatever. And a lot of them were European based. Hopefully you noticed that. Canada and Europe is a big focus on that. But we had to kind of engage before we go into phase 2. Everything we're doing is so strategic, because you can't build the largest company out there without phases and without testing and without all this kind of stuff. All this stuff goes into the equation. Okay, and so as they're building our network out, in order to make it so it's not a fly-by-night, you've heard Trent talk about this a couple times. One of the biggest killers in this industry is commoditization, right? Is being commoditized. It's coming up with that magical juice or berry or whatever it is, and then somebody coming out and finding the same thing and undercutting your price. Because at the end of the day, no matter what business you have, if it's not thrilling to the end consumer, the customer, then it's not a business. So you guys are really going to love this, especially for you guys that aren't amazing salespeople, because you're not going to need to be. What if we lead with such darn good products, and we lead with those hook products that people would throw $50 a month at because they just cannot live without these deals and these products, and then the business opportunity is secondary. Okay, think about what I just said, because we all know that 1 to 3% of the people, for whatever reason, they think differently. They think like entrepreneurs. They think like business guys. They are sales guys. But the other 97%, they're not. The 97% need a hook. And with multiple hooks, so think about it this way. I can go, we do a presentation. And in the presentation, it's front loaded with the product or products. Go back to my training last week. If you haven't listened to that training last week, go back and listen to it. You'll start seeing all the pieces of the puzzle come together. Listen to that training. What did I say in that training? Learn how to recognize a customer versus a business person versus an entrepreneur, so you know where to fit them into your business model, right? And with these hook products, where $50 a month is like, oh my gosh, that's a steal. That is a steal. To a consumer, you can say, here you go, you're part of my organization. And a lot of them won't come in as fans. They'll come in as charter members because they'll want to be charter members. And I'm telling you right now, they'll want to be charter members. So you can come out, and whether they're a builder or not, it's okay, because that's $50 coming in. And with what we're creating, what they're creating, they will want to refer and refer and refer. We have a lot of ideas going around about that. I shared a couple ideas with them on that part of it, that piece of it. I don't want to mention those ideas because they haven't been implemented yet. I don't know if they will or not. We'll see. But I shared some very strong thoughts and opinions and ideas on What I believe that they could do there to really tighten that up for the consumer as far as bringing them in and getting referrals, and even without building a business, which is really amazing because that helps you, that helps all of us, it helps the company, and it helps them at the same time. So let's just put it this way. Our network is being built in a way that is not your traditional MLM. Yes, we have a matrix, and that's great, but the participation marketplace, when people start really fully grasping what that means, because I've heard all the arguments, and I'm okay with the arguments, because right now, you're right. I can go and I can swipe a credit card and save 2% on a purchase. I get cash back here. I get cash back there. So right now, what's the global model? Well, it's phase one. You get the cash back or commission in this case. But then there's a business opportunity because it's another way to earn income. Okay, it's another way to earn income. But we're still really front-loaded on the business opportunity. Right now, the business opportunity is kind of outweighing the product. They know that. And the reason I'm telling you this is because it's important to understand. They know that. They know that. A lot of people in the field didn't realize that they knew that. Okay? And that is what's going to be what I'm so excited about a sales guy, about as an entrepreneur, as someone who has owned stores and stuff like that, had retail online and things of that sort. The customer is going to win in a big, big, big way, huge way, with multiple products with an S. Hooks, multiple hooks. Where $50 a month is going to be like, please take it. They won't even think about it. That's where this is going. Part of that, the bank. Part of that, the swipes. Part of that, maybe the products within the bank. Hint, hint, wink, wink. I'm not going to get into what those are. All these different products. I'm telling you guys right now, as a colleague, as a friend, as an upline, as a whatever you want to call me, doesn't matter. Stay the course with our network. Because in one short year, what have they done? Let's not focus on what still needs to be done. They know what needs to be done. But you cannot do it without laying the foundation. You cannot bring in the CFO we're bringing in without this foundation. He would have said, no way. You would not bring in the other people they're bringing in without the foundation. That they would have said, you're not ready for us yet. Okay? That's how this is the big leagues. This is not going to look like a startup. This is not going to look like, it's going from here to way up here. That's all. That's 2020. When they talk about 2020, stay tuned. That's what they're talking about. Everything's being refined. You see it in the new marketing pieces. You see it. You're going to see it in the website, in the messaging. Everything's being refined. Why do they want it refined? So it could be duplicatable. It can be duplicatable. Dave pulled me into his office, and this is what he said. So, John, you're exceptional at what you do as far as being a sales guy. You've been in sales guys for years and years and years, but not everybody can be you. Not everybody can do what I'm doing because everybody's at different levels. Like, I can't go out and, swim 10 miles, right? Or I can't go out and do a ballet. I can't go out. Everyone's got their limits, right? So we all know, okay, I know what I'm good at. I know what I'm limited at. I know what I'm not good at. But we don't want everyone to think you have to be this all-star salesperson to have success. And it's on corporate, and they understand this, to have something so enticing to the consumers that you don't have to do that. Does that make sense? Because they're going to say, okay, we need to have amazing products and services to entice the consumer. So all you have to do is refer, and we can help take care of the rest. That's where this is going. That's where our network is headed. So does it help if you're good at sales? Of course it is. Of course it is. But you don't need it. That's what's amazing. Just share. And I would highly recommend, if you want to be better at sales, you want to kind of learn and develop a little bit, listen. I'll post the training I did last Saturday. I'll post it in here after this call. It's an hour and a half long. I'm just warning you. It's long, but that's okay. I promise you it's well worth it. It's well worth. In fact, if anybody on this call, if you saw that training last week and you like it, put a comment. Let the people know who may not have seen that training. Was it worth an hour and a half to watch that training? Let us know. Let us know what you thought about that training. I've had a lot of good feedback from it. I peeled a lot of onions, a lot of layers to help people understand how to do things in baby steps, how to become a really good salesperson using baby steps. I really, really broke it down for a lot of people. I did that on purpose. And then the training on how to invite people. But the cool thing is, think about this. When we have those hook products, you can start leading really strong with the product. How many of us right here, give me a like or a love if you want to do this. How many of us listening to this call right now would like to be able to confidently lead to all our friends and family or anybody we know with the product first before we even have to lead with the business opportunity? How many of us would like that? Have you think about that? Would you like to lead with the product first, where people say, oh my gosh, I got to have it, and then the business opportunity second? How much less threatening would that be for your friends, your family, and everyone else? That's where our network is headed. The products are going to be so darn good that you're not going to have to lead with the business opportunity. What if people just want to be a charter member because the benefits far, far outweigh the cost? And then just say, oh, well, if you like to refer people to, well, here you go. You can also build a business. But that's secondary now. That's not primary. How many of us would like to see that? Okay, that we talked about that a lot in that meeting on Thursday. That was one of the biggest subjects, because we said we've got to make this to where product first, business opportunities second. Because that way, guess what? You can capture the other 97% of the market just off the product. And anyone who decides to build a business out of it, you'll be loving it. Loving it. That is a winning formula. That is how the big leaguers do it. And that will work for any newbie marketer to the highest skilled marketer. Product first, business second. Right now we're selling what? The vision. We're selling the vision. And we're getting people, and that's great. You're getting your base, which is fine. But we can only do that so much longer, right? So once we can be driven by the product and by these hooks, multiple hooks, then you're going to see why they keep saying the bigger it gets, the better it gets, because that's what's going to drive your business and all of our business to higher heights, right? To greater heights. That's where our network is headed, everybody. And that's why I'm so excited today. I am so excited. I wore a collared shirt on a Saturday. I never wear collared shirts on Saturday. I'm just telling you that right now. Usually in a t-shirt. I searched out a collar shirt because that's how flippin' excited I was. Took the extra 35 seconds out of my life to find this shirt because I was that excited about this announcement. Talking about where this business is headed, okay? So that's a big deal for me. I know it may not be a big deal for you guys, but for me that's a huge deal. So, sitting in my basement, in my little theater room, doing this, and just excited as heck. And the time frame, I wish I could give you the time frames. There's multiple products, Wade. Great question. I'm not allowed to give time frames only because Trent deals in absolutes. Like I said, let's just put it this way. They're already in process. That's all I can say. But he deals in absolutes. He wants us. The reason why we never want to give a time frame again, because we did that our first several months, and look where it got us. So now everything's in absolutes. When this rolls out, boom, it's announced. When this rolls out, boom, it's announced. Here it is that day. Here it is that day. Right? Thanks, Mike. Sure, it's impressive things. So anyway, but everything's going to be absolutes from here on out, because we've got to do it that way. We want, in fact, I'm glad you mentioned that, because also PR, all that, I mean, just everything, a team for PR, all this, public relations, for those who don't know what PR is, reputation management, all of that's happening. Like I said, we're taking this to the executive level. Our network, you guys are pioneers. You truly are. Congratulations. Hats off for all the people that stuck around for that first year, who didn't go inactive, who stayed the course. Congratulations, right? And what we need to do is we need to go out and we need to help all those people who are inactive understand what we're doing. Yes, Wade, build smart, not quickly. Exactly. Build your foundation. Put up your 2x4s. Just lay all the foundation up. Put the electrical in, put all the stuff in before the sheetrock, before all of this stuff. Anybody knows? Piece by piece, step by step. And follow the guys that have built 11 successful businesses in the world of fintech, marketing, finance, all these. They've done it. They haven't forgotten how it's done. That's what we need to. Most people think just in small windows, right? Most people just kind of whoosh, and then we go out and we try to recruit them as business owners, and they're thinking about that far in front of their face. And then what do we say? Gosh, why aren't they seeing this? They're crazy. Are they stupid? Are they nuts? What are they not seeing? Well, you know what? They've been programmed since they've been 1 year old to go to high school, go get a degree, go get a job, and work your way up through corporate America. They've been taught that their entire lives. They're not stupid. They're not crazy. They're just not ready yet, maybe. They're not open enough yet. Or maybe they are open and just think, maybe they're looking at this and saying, well, I'm waiting for a couple more things. Or they're like, well, where's that hook product? Or where's the bank? Or whatever it may be. They're not crazy. We're crazy for labeling them as crazy. We're crazy for labeling them as stupid. We're crazy. We're those stupid ones if we're labeling them, right? Maybe we need to open our minds a little bit. Maybe we need to say, wait a minute, everybody's at a different level. Financially, mentally, their beliefs, everyone's different. That's what makes this a beautiful world, right? But what I'm excited about is we're going to have products, and some of these hook products you're going to be like, well, okay, cool. And one another person's going to say, oh my holy crap, I have to have that. Why? Because they're a different person. That's why we're going to have multiple hooks, because everybody thinks differently, right? And that's what I love about this. It's because we will have something for everybody. Maybe the mall is so exciting for some people, and some people look at the mall and say, whatever. Fine. We're in year one. We plan on being around for a long, long time. So we don't care, because then the bank's going to come out, and the bank's going to probably be exciting for a lot of people. But then there'll be people like, okay, discounted banking, so what? It's cool. I like it. It's cool, but not for me. It could happen, right? So we're not just betting on one thing and this, or betting on this or that. We're bringing out multiple things that will, basically excite multiple people, right? Because we want what? We want critical mass. If you can market, and not just market to, but bring a solution to the masses, then you will build the masses. I'll say it one more time. If you can create a solution for the masses, you will build for the masses. What is the market right now? If you study the market right now for a bottle of juice that may or may not cure cancer. What's the market for that particular product? What's the market for the skin cream? I'm not saying these are bad products. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying what's the market for that? They're limited markets. What's the market for that pill that may or may not help you lose weight? What's the market for it? Versus what is the market for a bank, auto, mobile, a mall, prescriptions, medications, security, medical, and on and on and on and on and on. And when the discounts get bigger and bigger and bigger, the hooks grow larger. What's that market look like? And we have seen studied companies. You don't think Trent studied other companies? I saw him on that whiteboard Thursday drawing up all sorts of things that other networking companies have done where they've really hosed over their members. A better word for it, they really messed over their members. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Again, he loves the idea of the industry. Loves it. He hated the execution of many of the companies because the way they screwed over the little guy. That's where Trent's at right now. That's where all of those gentlemen are at right now. We had to be diligent. We had to grow. We had to grow slower. We had to lay the bricks, the foundation. I guess here's a question for everybody. Does everyone on this call realize this? The programming was from scratch. We built everything 100% from scratch. Do you know how long that takes? Do you know how much coding that is? From scratch. Why? So we own all of it. What's that going to do for the valuation of this company? What is that going to do for shareholders? Whether we buy shares later, we earn them now, whatever. What is that going to do? What is that going to do for the legitimacy, the credibility, all of that for this company that we own all of it? And then the products that'll be coming out behind the other hooks, that'll be just our network products that we don't have to depend on third parties. We won't have to depend on the concierge because they'll be our products that we own that we can discount even further because we own them. We don't need the margins. Do you know why? Because the margins are in the comp plan. The margins are the $50 memberships coming up every month. So we can come out and say, hey, let's offer this product, this one, this one, this one, and let's really, really just boom, discount it. Hooks, hook after hook after hook. Okay. Recognize that these gentlemen know what the heck they're doing. They haven't forgotten how to become successful. They've all been successful. They haven't forgotten how. Now this is the first time that all of them have teamed up together. And I love the fact that Trent's making some phone calls and bringing some of his guys in. Because I can promise you this. Don't take this the wrong way. But I'm just, if I were to bet on it, if I was a betting man, I would bet you that Trent's guys are smarter than the guys telling you that you're crazy and you're a dreamer and you're nuts for doing this business. Okay? I would put my money on his guys. That's all I'm saying, okay? Because do you know why? His guys have done it. Because the guys that are calling you crazy and calling you a dreamer, they haven't done it. They're still living paycheck to paycheck. They're still trying to figure out where their next 9 to 5 is. They're still trying to figure out what their dream is. The guys that are calling you nuts, they're the ones that haven't done it yet. His guys have done it multiple times. Who are you going to bet on? Who are you putting your time and effort into? Who are you going to listen to? You know, success leads to more success. You've got to follow successful people, and they understand that it takes time. A year's gone by, and he said, okay, we have plenty of time. That's how successful people think, because he knew it would. In fact, what they've accomplished, what have they accomplished in their first year? Our auto, our mobile, our mortgage, phase one on all of them, our global mall, programming for the website we do have, programming for RPay that is working in multiple. Can you imagine the time and effort it takes to create a program and a software to basically communicate with what they call APIs? Anybody in computers understand what I'm saying here? To create software that can connect and basically communicate with the APIs in this country, and then this country, and then this country, and then this one, and that alone, how long that takes, and the genius and the just the ability to do it, to create such a thing, and to own it like we do, to own it, to be the only company of our kind in the world that has that capability. That by itself is going to make this company very, very appealing. That by itself, without the mall, without it, just the ability for RPay. And then people will come up, members say, when are they going to be ready in this country and that country? They got to understand these things take a lot of time. And it's being done. It's being done in multiple countries. But just that ability alone, these guys are smart. They're really, really intelligent. Okay, we are in the right place at the right time. Your inactives, a lot of them, you know what? Some may come back with the bank, and that's fine. Some may never come back, and that's okay. Some may come out when this product rolls out or that product rolls out. But I can tell you this, there will be something for every single one of your inactive members. There will be something for everyone who has already told you no. No just means not yet. That's all it means. There will be something for those individuals as well. Go back, watch that training. I will post it in here, and learn how to be patient and how to identify when to talk to so-and-so versus so-and-so. And when you're having these conversations, ask the questions, and based off of their answers, you know when to plug them into our network. You know when to present the business opportunity. Maybe I have a conversation with, I've actually done this. I've been in sales for decades. I've had a conversation with people thinking I was going to bring up our network, and I didn't even bring it up. Because of the way the conversation went, I just thought, they're not quite ready yet. I'm going to talk to them next month when such and such rolls out. I'm going to wait on them. And I did, and I have. There's people I haven't talked to yet. And then there's also people I have talked to, and they've said yes. Most of them have said yes. Why? Because I kind of thought they would. I had a plan in place. I knew. I had a strategy. Right? I knew that. Because of the questions I asked them. Okay, so that's kind of, again, last week's training. You gotta, that's kind of an instinct that you create over time. But again, with the products that we have and what is being rolled out to appeal to the masses, really just find somebody who likes this product and say, hey, $50 a month, you get this. Let me end it on this. I have DirecTV. I absolutely love DirecTV. Why? Is it because of DirecTV? No, it's because of an NFL Sunday Ticket. To tell the truth, I love football. Okay, I love the NFL. Okay, I pay that because of the NFL. I don't pay it for. I can go get Dish for less money right now. I can pay less, but they don't have Sunday Ticket. So I'm like, forget it. I want that. That's what appeals to me. To me, paying that fee every month, no big deal. I don't even think about it. I don't care because I like what I'm getting in return. I'm a happy consumer. Right? That's a monthly membership, is it not? I pay my gym membership because I'm a workoutaholic. I love it. I can imagine not being able to go to the gym. I pay $20 a month. Nothing compared to what I get in return. Right? That's a monthly membership. I pay Costco $120 a year because I know what I'm getting in return. Nothing to me. With our network, if we can do that with these hook products, well, not if, once we do that with these hook products, you're going to be able to get sign up after sign up, just bam, 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 bam. And then get them loving it, and then they'll say, well, you know what? You can also make money with this. But again, lead with that first, that second. That's what's going to hit critical mass. You will never hit critical mass in a company that you only sell a dream. It's the truth. Ever. So when you see it's not growing fast enough, my team, well, that's why, because we're not quite there yet. We're getting there, and we know what needs to be done, or they know what needs to be done, I should say, and they are getting there, and they're getting there in a big way. But it's amazing that we've got thousands of people by selling a dream in a foundation stage. Think about, have you ever thought about that way? How big this company already is in just a foundation stage? That's how special this one is over anyone else. I don't know of any other MLM that grew that fast in their first year in a foundation stage. I really don't. And then when they did get their products out, there's a lot of them are still commoditized because it was a multiple hook products. And again, a hook product, meaning I will pay my fee monthly, every month, month after month after month, with a big fat smile on my face because of the benefit that this product has given me. That's the definition of a hook product. So to be able to, hey John, how's it going? Talked to him the other day. Love this guy. If you don't know him, tell you, good guy. He's the one that actually introduced me to Richard and company in the first place. Hopefully you're having a great weekend, man. So anyway, I'm very excited about this, guys, and you should be too. You should be too. We are the visionaries. You're right, Tana. We are the visionaries. Be proud of that. Wear a patch. You're the visionary. You saw it before the masses saw it. Be proud of that because you did. Give yourself a pat on the back. Don't get discouraged. Be excited that God gave you the ability to recognize that. Gave you the ability to recognize that. Not everybody has that gift. That's a gift. To be able to see things before they happen, that's a gift. You were given that gift. And now you're going to be able to share it with the world as this just formulates and it grows on itself. I'm telling you, I love those guys to death at corporate. I love them. I love the guy I was with. And I'm going to end it with this. We were in the car yesterday. No, sorry, Thursday. It was yesterday. We had a meeting Thursday. He and I went hiking together Friday, my friend and I. And he was one of the top earners in this industry. And this is just a testimony for you because you can all get there. I've been in network marketing now for a couple of years. And it's something I actually was very skeptical myself. And I decided, you know what? When I saw what these guys were doing, I made this decision a lot easier because I saw that these guys were a whole other level. I mean, they were literally flipping the industry on its head. I recognized that, and I said, okay, this is amazing. But what he said to me, my friend in that car said to me, I will never forget. He's been one of the top earners in this industry for the last 15, 20 years. I respect this gentleman so much it's not even funny. He looked at me, and before he left, he said, John, he's like, I got to tell you. And he shook my hand. He said, I've been in this industry for over 30 years, and you are my favorite person to work with. You're my favorite out of everyone in 30 years. And that really since he said that made such an impact on me because I thought, my goodness. And the reason I'm saying that is you can all get there. You can all get that testimonial. You can get that respect you start getting the respect from your peers like that. That is an amazing feeling because I look up to this guy like crazy. So for him to say that, and he says stuff like that, kind of like that before, but not quite like that, that really made it. I was almost in tears when I thought about it this morning. And I didn't know if I was going to share that on the call or not, but I want you all to have that experience. And you will. Do you know why? Because you're the visionaries. Now you're going to have multiple opportunities to have similar experiences. What is our network? It's not just a financial revolution. It's not just a participation marketplace. It's your platform to build your legacy. And what he told me, John, I didn't come in this for the money. I came in for the legacy. Because I believe my flag is planted here because of what these guys are doing, what this company stands for, what they're building is a legacy build. I'm here for the legacy because I want the person who has struggled, not just in this industry, but in multiple things over the years to finally win. We're in this to win it. That's what he told me. He told me that the whole time he was here, when he came up to visit. I heard it over and over again, and I love him for it because that's the reason I'm in our network. If you think our network is just a participation marketplace, you're off base. That's a cog. That's part of it. Our network is your ability to meet people from all over the world that are like-minded, that want to share because they're sick of seeing people struggle. I am so sick and tired of seeing people within my own family struggle, my friends struggle. I'm tired of reading stories about, business owners that are just getting clobbered. I'm tired of reading the stats that most people, even here in our country, are 1 to 2 paychecks away from bankruptcy, and life is already hard enough as it is. Everybody has personal issues. Everybody has problems sometimes with their health or with whatever it may be. There's so many issues, or other people hurt us, or whatever it may be. We shouldn't have to live and struggle financially on top of all that for the rest of our life. That's why I'm in our network. That's the driving force. And I didn't see the opportunity to help as many people in our network outside of our network. I haven't seen an opportunity like this anywhere else. I've never seen it. I see it here. He sees it here. This is one of the top earners in this industry, and he sees it here. And if I told you half the people on this team right now and their backgrounds and where they're from and why they said goodbye to what they're doing and they came here, it's for that same reason, because they all say the same thing that I see. Our network is not a flash in the pan. Our network is not a fly-by-night. Our network will, in my opinion, be the largest of its kind ever, and I believe one of the largest companies in the world here soon, because it's happening. Those hook products, all that stuff I talked about, all of it, it's happening. They haven't forgotten us. They care about us. I heard so many times in that room how much they care about the field, their members, the people haven't even seen us yet. They want this for all of us, because I promise you, these guys are smart enough that they could have set this up a lot of different ways to only help the 1 to 3%, and they still would have been big. They still would have been big. These guys aren't selfish. These guys aren't about themselves. These guys are about the little guys. And darn it, my flag is planted right here. I absolutely love it. I am proud to be a member of it. I love this team more than you can even imagine. I have met so many friends in this platform. I'll tell you right now, that $50 a month, it's worth the friendships that I have. I absolutely love the people on this team. I love the people in this organization. I've met so many great people. It's just phenomenal. I fell in love now with an industry I never thought I would. Thank you, our network. That's what our network did for me, because I decided to make that decision to jump into this platform and to work this platform. So with that, everybody, I hope I told you enough without telling you too much. I told corporate I'd only say so much, okay? But I wanted to give you guys an idea of what's coming and soon. But I never want to steal the thunder. They will make the announcements. They will say the dates. Again, they're going to speak in absolutes from now on, which is a way to do it. But it's all being done, my friends. And I'm telling you, you will all be able to build large organizations. Stay the course. Trust the guys that have been there, done that. I love you all, and we'll talk soon.